Church organization. The church is not a democratic institution. It is a theocratic institution. Christ is the head of the church. He appointed the fivefold ministry to oversee and develop his church, not head offices and councils. The fivefold ministry is co-equal in function. However, a hierarchy exists among them: apostle, prophet, evangelist, pastor, then teacher. The pastor gives the greater oversight to the local church and works with elders and deacons for the work of the ministry. Let us remove the boards or councils as they exist today. Councils of elders ought to function in an advisory capacity only, not a ruling capacity. The church is patterned after the family and community, not after a corporation. The church is one regardless of its several locations. What one local church lacks, the other ought to supply, whether ministry or finances. The church is not divided, nor is it departmentalized. There is one church. It has several functions: evangelism, teaching, leadership development, community services, missions, counseling, consulting, worship, etc. The church is not a denomination. The church is one. Christ is not divided. A local church is a family and must remain independent. Here I use the term loosely. In reality, the church is interdependent. Through its interdependence, it produces a system of supply, responsibility, and accountability. Interdependence produces factions, atomization, and anarchy. Each family ought to retain its uniqueness. Denominationalism has stifled local churches and replaced the apostle, if not Christ himself, and Bible colleges have replaced the teacher and prophet. When problems arise. In a family, responsible, loving parents will consider the views of their children. Ultimately, the parents are responsible for making the final decision before God. There is the government of the institution, then there is the leadership style. We must not confuse the two. It is only out of a loving disposition that a parent will allow concerns to be voiced and remedies to be arrived at. Unity is of necessity. The family must address its issues and arrive at solutions responsibly and without partiality. Churches become stagnant and members fall away when there is no progressive, internal, and outward vision. When man's look is inward only, he cripples himself. Jesus said in Acts 1:8, "Begin at home and move outwardly." The outward movement is missions, but we have delegated missions to other organizations. The plights of the church today is one, a lack of growth, and two, denominationalism and fragmentation. When there is a lack of growth, fragmenting, and totalitarianism, the result can only be self-annihilation. It's time for the church to put off the administration system of the world and come under the pattern set forth in Scripture.